We did this jar, red jar one. I just want to do this again because there was a slight confusion. Yeah, so just want to make this clear. So we're doing the other aspect of discrete hypothesis. I'm calling it discrete hypothesis 2. The other aspect is that we will be solving hypothesis testing of binomial and Poisson, but because the sample size is very large for the binomial and the lambda value would be very large for the Poisson, so we would be using a normal approximation for both. But it's a discrete hypothesis, but using normal approximation. So we are going to start with the population proportion large sample first, which is large sample for a binomial distribution. And the case is exactly how we dealt with in S1. If the sample size is large enough for NP and NQ to be both greater than 5, then we can use a normal approximation of the binomial easily. And we have to make use of the continuity correction of plus minus 0.5, and that's about it. So let's do question number 1. Okay, let's first write down the hypotheses. So if you read the question, realize that it's a proportion question, which means it is a binomial distribution question. But because the sample size is large enough for NP and NQ both to be greater than 5, therefore we use the normal approximation here. So first of all, let's write down the hypotheses. Null hypothesis is So then the jar that contains beads, some of which are red. A random sample of 80 of these beads is selected, 19 are found to be red. Test at the 10% significance level that whether 30% of the beads in the jar are red. So maybe they've always known, or this has always been known, that 30% of the beads in the jar are red, which means the null hypothesis proportion should be 0.3. But now they're trying to test whether this is the case or not, which means the alternative hypothesis is that the proportion might not be equal to 0.3. More or less, I don't know, but might not be equal to 0.3. So for that, they took a sample of 80. Your X statistic is 19. And we're testing at the significance level 10%. Now because NP and NQ are both greater than 5, therefore, we will use the normal approximation here. P is by level 0.3. So 80 times 0.3 and 80 times 0.7, both are greater than 5. So we will be using a normal approximation. It's a two-tailed test. Now, what would be the mean? The mean would be the mean of the binomial random variable. How do we calculate the mean of the binomial random variable? Yes, mean is NP, which I believe is 24. Okay, so the mean is 24. It's a two-tailed test. You have rejection region on either sides. Can anyone give me the Z critical? 1.645 and minus 1.645? Now, we stand at 24, which is, we stand at 19, which is on the left of 24. If we were using bars, we would be somewhere here, like 18, 19, and then 20. If we were using bars, actually they are bars, but we are just approximating it with a normal approximation. So, if we were to find where we stand at 19. If we were to find whether we are in the rejection region or in the acceptance region, we would be finding the probability all the way from 0 till 19. Now, the point over here is that the normal distribution doesn't understand 19, because the normal distribution would think of 19 as value right in the middle of the bar, and therefore we would be foregoing half the bar. So in order to accommodate for that, we make a continuity correction, if you remember. So 19.5. So for us, The X statistic that we would use is not 19. The X statistic that we will be using is 19.5 after the continuity correction. Now, either you convert the 19.5 to the Z statistic or you convert this Z critical to the X critical, that's your call. I just want to convert the X statistic to the Z statistic. I'll do that. So, Z statistic would be X minus mu upon sigma. X is 19.5, mu is 24. Sigma, how do we get the variance?
16.8.
Variance is NPQ.
16.8.
Okay, no upon square root of N, nothing. Just simple NPQ. 16.8?
Yeah.
Variance?
Yeah.
Okay. Variance is 16.8. So this would be the root of variance. What is the Z statistic?
Minus 1.09.
Minus 1.099. 98. Okay. Minus 1.098. I believe we are very much in the acceptance region. So we accept H0. And we say yes. The beads in the jar are around, the red beads in the jar are around 3%. We do not have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis, therefore we accept that there are 30% of red beads in the jar. Are we good? Any questions?
We accepted it.
We are accepting. We accept H0.
So why would we include the 19 bar in it?
I am including 19 bar, that's why I start with 19.5. Yeah, so I'm finding out what is the Z value at 19.5. So this is where I start. And I'm not in the rejection region. Is everyone okay till here? Any questions? Shall we move on? Alright. Demonstrate the hypotheses with this one. So, okay, the null hypothesis by the way is always equal to. So proportion equal to 0.75. So manufacturers believe that more than 75% of people suffering from cold will find the drug beneficial. You want to test this claim.
So less than 0.8.
So your alternative hypothesis is that the proportion is going to be less than 0.75. The claim is 0.75 or more, basically. 75% or above. That's the claim. So your research would be no, it's not 75% or above, it's less than 75%. So for that you took a sample size of 150. Your X statistic is 124 and significance level is 2.5%. We're going to use a normal approximation. The number of trials are very high. So after the normal approximation, the mean value is going to be 150 times 0.75. 112.5. And can you get the variance as well? 28.12. We're going to use the normal approximation here. It's a left tail test. The rejection region is on the left. Can we get C critical? For I think we have to check 0.975.
It's 1.6.
1.96. So minus 1.96. For a 0.975. 1.96 is Z value. 1.96. Okay. Now, for us, the X statistic is going to be, so we are on the left side, by the way. Are we on the left side or the right side?
Right.
Oh,
Right.
we're on the right side. Sorry, I think I'm using the alternative hypothesis P greater than 0.75. Yeah. The alternative hypothesis P greater than 0.75. Election is on the left, on the right. This is what we are testing. Many believes it's more than 75. So what is believed is 75. What you think is more than 75, that's what we are testing. And see, there are 124 patients out of 150. You are already falling on the right side. It's a right-hand test. That's what we are testing. There is more than 0.75. So this C critical is 1.96. Yeah. Okay, so if you're on the right side and you're going all the way towards the right, what would be the continuity correction? Plus 0.5, minus 0.5? Minus 0.5. It would be minus 0.5. You would take a start a little before. You would take it from 123.5 and then go towards the right. See, think of it as this way. You have the bars over here. This is 123, 124, 125, all the way till the last one is 150. You are using a normal distribution on it, and you want to start from here. You want to, if you were using the formula, you would be actually finding out the probabilities and adding them up. And you would start with the 124 and go ahead. So how is the normal distribution curve that I need to start from here?
123.5.
Yes, it's going to be 123.5. So for the normal distribution curve to understand that I need to start from the edge of the bar, it has to be 123.5. So our value is 123.5. Can we convert this to the Z statistic?
.074.
123.5 minus 123.5. Yeah, how much is it? 2.074. 2.0474, I believe we are very much in the
Exception.
we are in the rejection region. We are beyond 1.96. We are very much in the rejection region.
We will accept H1, right? And accept H1.
We will we are in the rejection region. We will reject H0. We will accept H1. But we always write it in terms of H0. So we say we reject H0. Are we good?
Degree score.
पॉइंट 5 कब या करना है ऊपर से कोई कंफ्यूजन बात
See, you stand here at 124. If you are using the binomial distribution formula, how would you know you're in the rejection region? You would be finding the probability all the way from 124 till 150, right? And then you would see is the area within 2.5% or more than 2.5%. Then you would be either inside or outside. You're using a normal distribution curve. So for the normal distribution, if you tell the normal distribution start from 124, normal distribution is going to start from half the bar. So how do you make the normal distribution start from the edge of the bar? So because you're going towards the right, you start a little before. So it's 123.5. Are you good? So we are rejecting H0. So we have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis and conclude that the manufacturers conclude that more than 75% of people suffering from cold will find the drug beneficial. Are we good? Any questions? Okay, question 3. So what's the null hypothesis here?
2.2.
The proportion should be,
0.5.
but they believe the proportion is greater than 0.4. Yeah. It should be 0.4, but they believe that it's greater than 0.4. Price will drop to more than 40% of potential customers are willing to buy for that price. This is what needs to be tested. So they took a sample size of 50 and X statistic is 29. Alpha is 1%. Sample size is very high, we need to use normal approximation. What's the mean value?
20.
20. And what's the variance? 12. 12. Okay, so the mean is 20, standard deviation is root 12. The rejection region is on the right. So the Z critical 1%, 0.99. That's 2.326. Z value for 0.9 is 2.326. 2.326, yeah. Okay, so the X statistic that we are using, so we are going towards the right, it's going to be 28.5. We need to take a start a little left so that we can accommodate the entire bar when we are moving towards the right. Is everyone okay with this? So can you find the Z statistic?
2.454.
2.454.
Reject
We have the rejection region. Reject H naught. We have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis and conclude that if the price is adopted, more than 40% of potential customers are willing to buy.
No, the price is adopted more than 40%.
More than 40% would be willing to buy. We are accepting H0, rejecting it. We are accepting H1, we are rejecting H1. Are we good? So what's H naught here?
Greater than
No, less than. See, this is what he claims and that's what you're testing. You think it's not. See, when you took a sample of 200 parcels, 152 were delivered. 152 is less than the mean. It's less than 80%. 152? Because 80% of 200 is how much? 160. It's less. Rejection region is on the left. So if it's going to be too much less from the mean, then you will be rejecting H0. That's how it is. So if you are ever confused, you can always look at the value. So wherever you stand, the rejection region is on that side. See, they say at least 80% of the parcels are delivered on time. Yeah. Within 48 hours. Now you try to test that claim. So your null hypothesis 0.8, you think this is not the case. So you think it must be less than 0.8. And your data also reveals that, and that's why you took a sample of 200 parcels and you found that 152 were delivered. Now if the average, if you look at the average, if 80% is the correct value, then at least 160 should have been delivered. But even the data shows it's less. And that's what you're trying to refute. You think it is less. So is it less enough for you to reject the null hypothesis? That is the question here. So sample size is 200, X statistic is 152, alpha is 5%. What's the mean value? And what's the variance? 32. Okay, so
It's 160.
160. Rejection region is on the left. What would be the Z critical for 0.95? 1.96? No. 1.645.
1.645.
Minus 1.645. And the X statistic that we will be using is not 152, it's 152.5. We'll start a little ahead so that we can accommodate the entire bar while moving towards the left side. This statistic would be minus 1.326. Minus 1.326. We are in the acceptable region.
How do you get the Z value? 1.645.
Okay, this is 95%. This is 5%. So you will check the Z value for 0.95. The Z value for 0.95 is 1.6%. Accept H naught. Any questions? Are we good? Okay, now we're coming down to a question where the situation is a Poisson process, but the lambda value is greater than 15. So when the lambda value is greater than 15, especially when it's greater than 20, you definitely use a normal approximation. If it's 15, between 15 and 20, it's up to you. You can even use the formula or you can use the normal approximation, but if it's above 20, then for certain you will use the normal approximation. So what's the lambda value here? Lambda is 6. So H0, lambda is 6. H1, lambda is less than 6.
It's 3 days complete.
हाँ वो हम कैलकुलेशन में यूज करेंगे हाइपोथेसिस के लिए तो इट्स जस्ट लैम्डा 6 and lambda less than 6 now for a calculation because we have taken a sample of interval of 3 days so the lambda for our calculation is 18 it's above 15 we can use the normal approximation here and that's the X statistic 9 we stand at 9 mean value is 18. It's a laboratory test. C critical is 1.645 minus 1.645. Yeah. So the X critical that we would be using after the continuity correction would be a 9.5. Now see, this is a situation where you can use the formula as well because it's somewhere in between. But if you were using the formula, you would have to find the probability all the way from 0 till 9. So that's a long way. But the normal approximation, the ease that the normal approximation offers is you don't have to go through finding each and every value's probability and adding them up. That's the ease we have with approximation. Okay, so let's convert this to the Z statistic. Okay, the variance is also 18. Variance is also 18, so it's root 18.
Negative 2.003.
Negative 2.003. We are in the rejection region. We reject H0. We have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis and conclude that the mean number of emergency calls per day in May is less than 6. Are you good? Any questions? Shall we move on? Last question. Then we've done discrete hypothesis. Okay, let's write down the hypotheses.
3 to 4.
Lambda is what?
3 to 4.
Yeah, 3 to 4, 5. Is that the lambda?
So ये है क्या वो?
Okay, so the publicity campaign has been effective. So they believe that the publicity campaign would actually increase the promote the letter writing. So you feel that lambda is greater than 3 to 4. You feel lambda is greater than 3 to 4, 5. So you take a significant level of 5%. Your X statistic is 3.455. This is where you stand, right? So Z critical 1.645. So X statistic that we would be using is 3454.5 exactly. And the Z statistic how much?
3.678.
We are very much in the issue. In the corner of the graph. Rejection of so we have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis and conclude that there is evidence that the publicity campaign has been effective.
Has been effective or has not been effective?
Has been effective. Yeah, that's why the mean has improved.